Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary of Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of media videos for the 2022 season, and we're going to be focused on game action from Week 3. Now, before we get into our plays, a few updates on our statistics. First, targeting, our most important player safety rule. So in FBS, we have actually had 49 targeting fouls enforced. And that's one targeting foul in every 5 games, and that's very close to where we ended the season last year. In terms of replay, we're averaging 2 stops per game, and in 250 games, we've had 245 overturns, so we're right at 1 overturn per game. In terms of game time, we're now averaging 3 hours and 22 minutes. That's down a couple minutes from last week, but we're still 4 minutes over our last year's average. And finally, kickoffs. We're averaging 33%, just a little over 33% of our kickoffs being returned, and we've had 8 returned for touchdowns. So it's staying an exciting play in our game. So with that, let's get straight on into some plays. Our first play this week, the offense throws a quick pass to the back, number 17. He makes the catch, and he drives to get inside the pylon. Now, the ruling on the field is touchdown, but replay is going to come in and take a look at this. And as we look at the replay, we see number 17 does get his feet inside the pylon, but now a quick reminder on the pylon. If the runner gets the ball inside or over the pylon and it breaks the plane of the goal line, it's a touchdown. We also have goal line extended, where the plane of the goal line extends beyond the pylon, but the runner only gets goal line extended if he touches the ground in the end zone or if he touches the pylon. And as we see here, the runner's foot is out of bounds, and he doesn't touch the ground in the end zone, and he doesn't touch the pylon, so he's not afforded goal line extended. Therefore, the ball belongs to the offense where it crossed out of bounds, right at about the 1/2 yard line. So this is a good job by replay to sort this play out. Play 2, we see the quarterback is under heavy duress immediately, and he throws the ball downfield incomplete near his receiver, number 4. Now, we get 2 flags on this play, one from the referee, one from the center judge, and the ruling on the field is personal foul, roughing the passer with targeting. Now, the targeting is going to be reviewed by replay, but we know the roughing the passer foul is not reviewable, and no matter what happens with targeting, we're going to penalize for roughing the passer. Now, as we look at the close-up replay, we see the quarterback is defenseless, and the defender, number 23, lowers his head and leads with his head, and then he's going to hit the quarterback with the crown of the helmet just below the head or neck area. Now, because this is forcible contact with the crown of the helmet and there is an indicator of targeting, this is a foul whether or not 23 hits the quarterback in the head or neck area. We get an announcement after the review by our referee.
It would still be roughing the passer.
The field of targeting is confirmed with the crown of the helmet.
And note, the referee highlights that this is a crown of the helmet targeting foul. Play 3, we're late in the half with the clock running. The quarterback's going to take the snap and drop straight back in the pocket, and we see a defender break free right up the middle, and the quarterback's going to throw the ball away, and it does cross the line, but the quarterback is clearly inside and has never left the tackle box. So for the pass to be legal, he must have a receiver in the area, and there's no receiver even close. So this is a correct call for intentional grounding. Now, we see that the clock displays 43 seconds after the play. And since intentional grounding is a foul that causes the clock to stop immediately, and we're inside of a minute and a half, the offended team, the defense, may impose a 10-second runoff, and the defense elects to do that here. But if the fouling team, the offense in this case, has a timeout left, they may avoid the 10-second runoff by using their timeout. And so the offense calls timeout. The grounding penalty is still enforced, but the clock stays at 43 seconds and will start on the snap. Play 4 is going to be a 2-play vignette of back-to-back plays. And the first play, the offense is backed up. They hand off up the middle, and the back is stuffed behind the line. Now, we get a great reverse angle on the play, and we see the runner slips and is down with the nose of the ball right at the goal line. Now, remember, for this not to be a safety, the entire ball must be out of the end zone in the field of play. And clearly, this ball is still in the end zone, so it is a safety. And as a review, going in for a touchdown, any part of the ball breaks the plane, it's a touchdown. But coming out, the entire ball must be out to avoid the safety. Now, the second play of the vignette is the free kick following the safety. And we know that a free kick after a safety is from the 20-yard line. And a normal kickoff must be a place kick or a drop kick. But the free kick after a safety adds the option of a punt. So the kicking team chooses the punt option here, and we see that the punt, it travels downfield, is going to go out of bounds at about the receiving team's 25-yard line. Now, a free kick out of bounds, we normally think on a kickoff that the receivers can put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. But the actual option is to put the ball in play 30 yards beyond the kicker's restraining line, which in this case was the 20-yard line, so add 30 yards. And so now the receiving team can put the ball in play at the 50-yard line at the inbound spot. Play 5, we're late in the game, and we get a pass down the boundary, and the ruling on the field is going to be a catch. Now, replay is going to come in and take a look at this. And remember, to be a catch, this receiver must get a body part down inbounds and maintain complete and continuous control of the ball throughout the process of going to the ground. Now, we see the receiver does maintain firm control throughout the process of going to the ground. But as we take a closer look, did the receiver get a body part down inbounds? We go back to our toe heel rule here. The receiver did get the toe down, but in the normal stepping motion and in a continuous process of the step, the heel comes down out of bounds. And so the foot is out of bounds and there's no catch. Now, if the toe drags or the receiver does a toe tap, then that's considered inbounds. But if in the normal stepping motion, any part of the foot is out of bounds, then the foot is out of bounds, there's no catch. So replay overturns this to an incomplete pass. Our last play this week falls into the category, when you think you've seen it all, our game will surprise you. So we get a quick pass out into the flat. The receiver heads upfield. The ball pops free near the boundary. It's a fumble. The ball is close to the boundary, and then defender number 25 comes from out of bounds, reestablishes, and recovers the ball and the line to gain ground marker as well. So what's the ruling here? So a couple of observations. It's clearly a fumble. The ball is close to being out of bounds, and then it's hit by this line to gain ground marker, knocks it further inbounds, and then defender number 25 reestablishes and recovers the ball and is down. Now, what does the rule say? The rule states that if a live ball not in player possession touches anything inbounds other than a player, a player's equipment, an official's equipment, or the ground, it is dead and inadvertent whistle rules apply. Now, it may feel like common sense just to give the ball to the defender who recovered it, but let's talk about this. Would the ball have stayed in bounds without this contact? I think so, but it's very close. But number two, would the defender have been able to reestablish in bounds before touching the ball? It's hard to know. The defender would have had to either straddle or jump over the ball. It's not clear if he would have done that. And the ball moving in bounds really gave him a great advantage to reestablish in bounds. So let's stick to the rule. The ball is dead. Inadvertent whistle rules apply. And the team last in possession may elect to put the ball in play where they lost possession, or they can choose to replay the down. A very unusual play. Well, that's it for our plays, and we appreciate your time invested in this video, and we hope it has been helpful. We also thank you for your feedback and comments. Please keep that coming. So best of luck to all this week, and stay safe and healthy.